listening to the While We Still Can podcast, where we talk about Missouri news, national news, and whatever else we're in the mood to discuss. Today is summer solstice. Right.
Summer peristalsis.
Today is the summer solstice. We're so excited.
You ready to do some witchy shit, bitch?
Absolutely. I have to
like
tell
that
you.
girl on the TikTok.
Yeah. I'm sitting here. So recently I've become a little addicted to like trimming my own hair with a razor cut.
Oh,
and
God.
putting layers and stuff in. And it's just been so fun.
She's doing bangs,
I did my bangs, and then it like went further than that. Yeah.
I mean, I guess cutting your own hair, you cut people's bodies.
So here's the thing that I like about it. So like if you get your hair wet, and you get it where you're going to cut it, that the razor makes this really interesting tactile sensation. Like,
oh yeah, no, I know exactly. Like hacking through it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's so cool. I love it.
Okay. So you're doing it for your autism.
Yeah. I'm stimming with a hair
She's stimming,
razor.
Cutting her hair, guys. Okay. Hey, we really dialed that
satisfying. I gotta tell you.
Girl, I get it. I rip up coasters and shit. I'll have like a whole pile of confetti. If there's anything to rip up or roll.
Oh, I do that with mail too.
Yeah. Or like, like just going out to dinner. If they give me a coaster, like it's going to be in 1,000 pieces. Like the server hates me.
Oh, it's her again. She's back. Don't give her a coaster.
Yeah. Sorry. No coasters for the special needs. Okay.
All right. Wait, why were we here again? Oh, yeah. We were going to talk about stuff.
I mean, there's like several serious fucking things going on, but we're
as
forgiving.
we record this, we're all just kind of sitting around waiting for World War III to start, or not.
2 weeks.
Yeah. So we're not sure which way we're going to go here. I mean, I've just become okay with the way things are going to unfold is the way they're going to unfold.
Maybe nuclear war.
Well, at least it'd be quick, I guess. I don't know what to say.
I would prefer to be ground zero. I am not trying.
Yeah, I'm not going in some bunker. It's cold and dark down there. Forget it.
I need my medications.
I've had a good life.
Conditioning. Yeah, kill me.
Yeah. So
okay,
what's going on with that? Can you tell us, please, Tina, what's happening with World War III?
I'm gonna back it up here.
Okay.
Because
I'm gonna sit back and listen while you
did we
bring it.
have the G7? The G7 was 6/17. Okay, so the G7, G6, should we say? Yeah. So the summit was in Canada.
Can we pause so I can tell everybody that I've got that song "Fly Like a G6" now in my head?
I used to have a G6.
Oh yeah?
I did. Until my sister crashed it. Okay. That wasn't the only time. Okay. So we went to Canada. He flew to Canada, even though he's a felon, and they don't let felons in. So I was hoping they were just going to arrest his ass, but whatever. So
there's no justice.
He shows up and makes an ass of him fucking self. He was up there hijacked the microphone and was literally spent all of his time talking about how Justin Trudeau, who was not even there or in the picture, kicked Russia out of the G7. That's what he spent his time simping for. Is that the right word, simping? I feel like I'm being hip.
It is now.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so he went there and basically was like Russia's talking head. Okay, so Putin must have called him. Then Mark Carney, the new person in charge up in Canada, he's so funny, though. I look at his face and he's just like, get this old man out of here. Like, this is so bad. So, and then the prime minister, is it a prime minister of, was it France? Is that Maloney? She's over there rolling her eyes, and she's kind of a bitch, but not kind of. She is a bitch. The rolling of the eyes, I'll give her a point for that. So then he drops this pile of papers after he says that they signed some agreement, and the papers have nothing on them. You can see there's nothing, they're blank pieces of paper that fall on the ground. And then he's all of a sudden he's got to leave. He's got to leave the G7, right? And he looks ill. He looks like a decomposing corpse with some spray tan. He does not look well.
That's his karma, I guess, right?
Yes, I hope it's kind of like mesothelioma, not karma. I don't need karma, I'm sorry. But his hands, I'm a fucking nurse. His hands look like someone missed that IV 37 times. Give this man a PICC line. Give him a PICC line. And so his hands both look like pin cushions, and you can see it poking out the bottom of his like poorly hemmed suit
Make that
and
for him.
yeah, have the day that you deserve, sir.
Mm-hmm.
And so then he's like, I gotta leave the G7. Then he tweets something that it was along the lines of Tehran needs to evacuate. So like very cryptic. Does he even know? I really would like to get a globe out, and I want him to point to me where these places that he's trying to bomb.
Oh my God, there's no way.
Are.
He can't even
Like,
point to states, let alone like world geography. There's no way.
Like I want to get a globe out and be like, sir, can you point to Iran?
Of course not.
I know.
Absolutely
He's
not.
like, yeah. So it's stupid. So he hops on his plane, flies back, which I was reading the gas for the presidential plane is like $200,000. And he spent like $51 million on golf just this term. And they're all at his golf courses. So it's going straight into his
It's
pocket,
all
whatever.
a racket.
Right. So he flies back. And then all of a sudden, Iran is going to have a nuclear bomb tomorrow. So we got to do something about it, right? Even though Tulsi Gabbard, which she's a bitch too, I feel like the two sides are fighting. Like Israel and Russia are fighting, and Trump owes both of them money allegedly, and can't figure out who owns him. So they're like fighting through this Iran thing. But apparently Iran has ready to blow everything up. And now he's going to decide if we're going to bomb Iran in the next 2 weeks. He's not sure, but he said in 2 weeks.
Everything's a game show to him. You know, it's just like a tactic for attention and ratings, if you will. It's just, that's the world he lives in.
And so I had to like do a little bit of research about Iran's nuclear capabilities because I was like, okay, I need to see what's up with this.
Yeah, what's the deal? What did you learn?
So what I learned was there was a agreement with Iran. It was still in place during Trump's first administration.
So is that an Obama era thing?
Yes. And basically we had made a deal or had a agreement with Iran that they would get rid of their uranium, which they use for the nuclear weapons, and we would unfreeze their assets in foreign banks that have been frozen.
Okay. I vaguely recall this. And at the time, Obama took a lot of hit for it because outrage, right? Right.
Because they were unfreezing the assets, and we also paid them money because we owed them money from like 1979. And
yeah, that money had been frozen and they just released it, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And so everybody was like, oh, well, how do you know Iran is following this? Which,
valid
and
they were
question.
supposed to have inspectors come in and do their thing.
And they did.
Yeah.
The IEIA, the international, or
EIEIO?
Yes. EIEIO. But it's the nuclear regulation, like the global. There is they are very, very strict. Like my husband works at a power plant. They're insane. Like the amount of regulations and guidelines that they have to follow or they will turn your plant off. Which
as it
is
should
great.
be, right?
Totally. And so, but they are global. Yeah. And they had to allow this group to come in very often and inspect their nuclear sites. They got rid of 98% of their uranium during this time. And it was verified. And I don't think Iran would follow it, but we would freeze their money again, blah, blah, blah. So Trump pulled us out of that in his first term because he said that we shouldn't be paying them money, when in reality it was their fucking money that we had frozen. So, and now apparently they have enough to like blow us the fuck up. And now he's like, it's Obama's fault. I'm like, shut the fuck
Everything's
up.
Obama's fault.
I know, it's because he's black. That's why. He wore a tan suit.
Yeah. God, I miss the days when that was a scandal.
I would take a fucking tan suit any day.
Seriously.
So, that's the G7.
He can wear any color suit he wants if he would come back and sort this out.
Hey, man, we might change his constitution. Have third term, baby. Obama, come on back, baby. Okay, so that was kind of the deal with that. So we'll know in 2 weeks. And I actually saw a reporter ask Carolyn Levitt
Yeah.
Why he always says 2 weeks. And
Mhm.
I think it might have been the first time she really didn't have any bullshit to fucking say. So
Yeah.
I thought that was cool.
You know, she has she's by association she's a terrible person. That's not even alleged, because you can't do that job without being willing to share evil. But it's a tough job. Can you imagine dealing with that every day? What a nightmare. I guess that's
when
her
you
karma.
live in not reality,
how does she go to sleep at night and think, oh wow, I really helped some people today? No, B, you didn't. You made the world a worse place.
She helped white nationalists.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Which, on that note, speaking of white nationalism,
so many places we could go with this.
I was thinking about that story about the flagpole that apparently is 88 feet tall, which apparently means something in white nationalism lore or symbolism. And I was saying, I've learned way too much about this stuff. I never needed or wanted to know any of this.
Okay, so
Ever.
Back up. Trump, he like tore down the Rose Garden. And this is our fucking house, okay?
Yeah,
like
people
this
own
is
that,
an
man.
historical site.
Yeah.
And he just bulldozed down the Rose Garden. And he also put this fucking flagpole in front of the White House. And they keep saying it's 100 feet tall. It's 88 feet tall, okay?
Who measured it? That's what I want to know.
88 it's a white supremacist code for Hail Hitler.
Oh,
Heil,
Lord.
Hail, Heil. Yeah, so it's frequently combined with 14, which is shorthand for the so-called 14-word slogan, we must secure the existence of our people and a future for white children. But it's just so on brand for him. It's just so on brand. But I want to say that it makes the White House look shrimpy and wimpy. Like, just that huge thing standing out in front, it makes the White House look very minuscule. So if he was going for something to look big and stuff, it's kind of like the big trucks and the small wieners, you know? I see what you're doing there, sir. Or your catheter strapped to your leg and everybody thinks it's your schlong. Yeah. So, yeah, it's trash. It's trash. What about that Sergio Gore?
Yeah, what? Okay, so who is this man?
He is he's an assistant? Is that what he is? Hold on. Let me find out. Can't remember exactly what his title is. Okay, he is director of personnel, right? And he goes by Sergio Gore, but it's coming out.
Director of personnel in the White House?
Yes, in the White House. He has not had a background check, okay? So
How can that be possible to work in the White House in the United States of America and not have a background check?
Well, if all the people are criminals that are working there, they don't give a fuck. So the internet, as always, is going to do your fucking background check for you. Sergey. So basically, he said he was from Malta. That's like what he said. He said he was born in 1986, blah, blah, blah. Well, it's coming out that he is not from Malta. He has no career history with any of the RNC, and there's no record of him in Malta.
So who is he then, if that's not the case?
Well, it's coming out that his name is Sergey Gorachev. So they just kind of chop the last end off, and I'm probably totally butchering that. But he shows up in Russian databases, right, from Saratov, Russia, having a state tax ID that lists the date of birth as November 20th, 1980.
Do you happen to know where that information came from? Like, who said that? But there was an Elon Musk tweet about him.
Correct. And you can find him on Wikipedia and stuff, and it says, like...
Because Musk's tweet said he deliberately lied about where he was born on federal forms. That's a serious crime. And it looks like that tweet was yesterday.
So this is from Daily Chaos.
That sounds super legit.
I know, right? Right. No, actually that our news site has it's KOS.
Oh, okay.
But NY Post has some stuff about it, and I mean it's coming out. So keep an eye on that shit.
Oh, yeah, it sounds like something to keep an eye on, that maybe our information isn't from the strongest sources yet, but sketch nonetheless.
So NY Post is where I'm finding most of this. So,
okay.
But then Elon
Yeah.
Elon is promoting it. So
yeah, he's sketch too. So it's definitely something to keep our eye on.
Yes. Sergey. How do you say it? I keep reading it wrong. Sergio. Whatever the fuck your name is, you little turd. I'm pretty sure he actually married Matt Gaetz and Ginger Lucky.
Oh dear.
I know. So he probably got some weird shit going on too.
Allegedly. Oh.
Let's talk about the National Guard in California.
Okay. Yeah, so what's going on in California, Tina?
Well, there was an ICE detention center that there were all these reports that they were treating them terribly in California in LA. And so all of these protesters surrounded the ICE building, right? Well,
non-violently, I assume?
Yes, but you know, any dissent is violent at this point to this administration. So basically Trump, well, they did start rioting, and it started because the ICE officers blocked themselves in the building and then started throwing flashbangs and shit out. And so then everybody started, it
freaking
got crazy.
Out.
Well, Trump sent in the National Guard, and then he sent in the Marines. Okay, so now we have, without Newsom's request. Okay, that's
Which is
the problem.
Unprecedented in several ways, right? Because Marines are never, ever, ever supposed to be deployed against their own people. Therefore,
the civilians. We're there, guys. We're there.
Right.
This is what we were wondering.
Who they're supposed to be defending. We are who they're supposed to be defending. Are whom? Whatever.
Who? We don't have rules anymore.
Even in grammar.
So a federal judge so this was a weekend ago. This was a weekend ago because it was on the same day as the No Kings March, right?
Right.
Okay. And then we have to talk about Minnesota after this as well. As these lawsuits started going through the courts, federal judge issued a sweeping order blocking President Trump's unprecedented seizure of California's National Guard, calling the move illegal and a dangerous precedent, both exceeding the scope of his statutory authority and violating the 10th Amendment of the United States Constitution. For now, the courts are somewhat holding, but remember all those executive orders that Trump signed about deputizing the military to assist police? And then we have all these masked men out there just fucking grabbing people. I'm telling you, I was taught if a masked man grabs somebody, you fucking attack them. And now we're just supposed to be cool with it, I guess? Yeah,
I mean, again, we've talked about before, like if an individual that's not identified and has no identifiable
insignia.
Yeah, or they could be anybody, right? We don't know who they work for, if they're legit or what. So if an individual is not identified and they're in the process of detaining someone, again, that's a kidnapping until you know differently. And they should have to identify themselves. If they're bringing somebody in, they have to have a warrant. Like, I feel like people have the right to fight back, and they have stand my ground type laws in some states. And what do they expect is going to happen? I mean, at some point...
Well, there's also stuff coming around. I was watching a video from a city meeting. What is like a town hall?
Like I don't city think council it was a town or something?
Hall. Yeah, a city council meeting. And there was this man there with a mask on speaking, and he claimed to be a bounty hunter. And he was like, we are being contracted to come here, $1,000 a person to grab people. What is the city going to do about this? Because that's my job. So when I get contracted and I know that people are going to go do this for $1,000 a person. Okay. So what is the city going to do to protect people so that this doesn't happen?
Yeah.
And so it's already happening. Like, they're paying people to pick up people. They're deputizing militia people. Like, it's happening. Even though we know, but they're telling us no, it's happening.
Well, and we always talk about following the money. So we know that prisons are a big money operation. So the more people they detain, somebody out there is making money off of it.
Huge government contracts. And then they have free labor. So instead of paying them super cheap,
Now
They
they're
just don't
working
pay them
for
at all.
free.
We're paying.
Yeah, we're paying for it.
Their labor, essentially, to house them in these shitty ass places, and they're picking up people with no fucking criminal record. So trash.
Again, the American people are getting scammed, and other people are suffering. Americans are suffering.
We're just making it okay because about half the people here are racist as fuck.
Did you see that some people are choosing to do the little glitter bombs?
Oh, I love the glitter bomb. I love the flyers about ICE never sleeps, and they are putting out the hotels that the ICE officers are sleeping at, and people are going out there and keeping them awake all fucking night. There are apparently tow trucks companies that are following around these people, and as soon as the officers jump out and park illegally, they tow their fucking trucks.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, so get your Karen haircut and get your ass out there and make some good trouble.
That's great for them.
Yes, it is. Okay, so let's...
Talking about impersonating a law enforcement official. So, as you guys know, you've already heard that 2 people got murdered this week in Michigan or Minnesota. Sorry. 2 people got murdered this week in Minnesota.
Lawmakers. Democrat lawmakers.
Yeah, they were by a person who we're not even going to say his name because why would we want to share that, right? But he dressed up as a cop, and even though the cops were there, didn't recognize him, or if they did, they let him go, or they let him get away.
So he had a long list of Democratic lawmakers in Minnesota. He only got to kill 2 of them.
Yeah, and if anybody that's still saying that he was like a Democrat himself, just sit down and shut up, because that's clearly not the case.
Well, because he was appointed by Walz is what they're saying.
Yeah, he got put on a committee or some type of a thing, and that's what functional government does, is people from all around our communities represent us. That's how it's supposed to work. Right. Just because he was on that doesn't mean he's a Democrat. That's just so dumb.
Walz was on his fucking list, so shut up. So, but this guy's creepy, and you can tell that he has trained for these sort of things, because he had like a mask on, like a human-looking mask. That's why the cop, and he had a cop outfit, he had a cop car.
How the hell did he get a cop car?
Well, it was like one of those unmarked ones with like which shows you how scary it is because it had like the siren thing, I think. But like, so
is that like a siren? Can you just like get on Amazon and buy one of those, or how do people?
Just like you can get online and find ICE uniforms.
Oh, Jesus.
Right. And so people are getting in trouble for kidnapping people, and they're not ICE, but you don't know. So, yeah. So this nut was a super like pro-life, obviously so pro-life.
Yeah,
I'm going to
so
say
pro-life.
Anti-abortion, evangelical freak.
Yeah.
And so, but come to find out, this motherfucker was the CEO of Red Lion Group, which is based in Congo. And the CEO of, Praetorian Guard Security Services. Lord.
Yeah.
Yes. So, and isn't Red Lion part of, is it BlackRock?
Gosh, I don't know. Ugh.
I'm pretty sure it has Eric Prince ties. Well, I'll have to follow up on that. But they're just executing lawmakers now, which is very Russia, North Korea. They're suppressing dissent. That's what this
Nazi.
is. It's fear. It is fear. It is fear. And then also, I just want to point out the Trump administration has now detained, arrested, or charged the following: U.S. Senator Alex Padilla, U.S. Representative LaMonica McIver, Newark Mayor Ross Baraka, Wisconsin Judge Hannah Dugan, and NYC Comptroller Brad Lander. Okay, so these are all, well, the judge can't be Democrat, but these are all other Democrat representatives that were doing their job on tyranny. Let's go. I'm pretty sure there's a whole fucking chapter about this, guys.
Pretty sure you're right.
But no one reads. We know. Are you going to read it?
Maybe. Let me look at chapter 18, Be Calm When the Unthinkable Arrives. Let me see if that's included there. I feel like it might be. On Tyranny, Timothy Snyder, chapter 18, Be Calm When the Unthinkable Arrives. Modern tyranny is a terror management. When the terrorist attack comes, remember that authoritarians exploit such events in order to consolidate power. Then sudden disaster that requires the end of checks and balances, the dissolution of opposition parties, the suspension of freedom of expression, the right to a fair trial, and so on, is the oldest trick in the Hitlerian book. Do not fall for it.
Iran. The Iran thing really has weapons of mass destruction vibe.
Oh, absolutely. See, I was going to say earlier, they've been saying that Iran has this capacity for decades. It's the same thing again and again. It comes out when it's convenient for them. Yeah.
Why would we be able to wait 2 weeks? Shut the fuck up.
We're managed by idiots. That's why.
Yes, it is Idiocracy live. Okay, I just wanted to point out a little Missouri. Oh, is it not done?
I just wanted to say one more thing. We were talking about idiots.
Yes.
I can't. I was like.
Yeah.
The trifecta of idiocy walked into a CDC facility where they keep like high-powered bacteria and shit. Like all the things that could biohazard low-key kill us, high-key kill us,
They let
and then freaking
cosplay
Kristi Noem comes out and then within 24 hours is in a hospital for a quote-unquote allergic reaction. I don't know what happened in there, but if you set 3 total stooge clowns into a facility like that, ain't nothing good.
Mask.
Ain't nothing good gonna come out.
I'm not wearing no fucking diaper on my face.
Yeah. Unless you're an ICE official, then it's perfectly cool.
Well,
anyway,
yeah,
I had to mention that.
You're kidnapping and illegally.
I'm excited to hear, not excited, I'm interested to hear how they spin this moving forward and what happens. Like, I wish I knew what was really going on with Kristi Noem. That's very interesting.
When they say allergic reaction, it's usually, they got something stuck somewhere.
Botox? Oh.
Okay, allegedly. But I want to, before we hop off, I want to talk about, I did a little deep dive into these ICE officers.
I think you need to put an audio clip right here of like someone diving into water. Splash.
Okay, I will. I'll look for that. And I wanted to see how Missouri is complying with ICE.
Oh, yeah.
And which counties have contracts with them.
Dude, you found the documents.
I sure found did. Them. And so it looks like Christian County and the Missouri State Highway Patrol are 2 entities that are collaborating and have contracts with them.
And Christian County's down by south of Springfield, right?
Oh, it's probably the fucking khaki clan down there.
Let me see.
So I was looking up, it has their contract. You can find it online on the Missouri State Highway Patrol page. So it basically gives them the power and authority to interrogate any alien or person believed to be an alien. Okay, so anybody brown, dude, they can start harassing.
Or really anybody they want to target. Oh, we thought they were an alien. Like, that's pretty wide latitude, guys.
Did they get dropped off in a UFO? Shut the fuck up. Okay. The power and authority to arrest without a warrant any alien.
There goes your due process.
Attempting to unlawfully enter the United States. We're in Missouri, bitch. What are you talking about?
Exactly.
You look at a globe. Okay. The power to arrest without warrant for felonies which have been committed. How do you know?
Right. There's no due process. How would you know?
Yeah. So it's really dumb and it's really scary. And we need to have like an episode on Karening and ice repellent. Ice repellent. We can call it that.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so Missouri is working with it. So your tax money is going to pay these dudes. Oh, and also I saw the starting salary for an ICE agent is $37,000 a year. These men are being Nazis for $37,000 a year. You know they get a boner over this shit. That's what that means.
Yeah, like what career goals do they have? They want to be
kidnappers.
Do they want to be able to be there and like flip the switch when they start exterminating people, or what is it? What is it that they achieve?
They're gonna pump that gas in, baby. Get in the shower.
What is wrong with people?
And then I wanted to say, they're trying to unban asbestos, guys. This is so dumb. And then also, I wanted to end on the note, please go watch the Ohio State documentary on HBO.
Is it depressing?
It's about Jim
Jordan. Because I'm watching Grace and Frankie again, and that makes me laugh. I don't know if I can do it.
Well, if you want to see Jim Jordan cry,
he
is calling these students, begging them to get on media sources and say that he's a good guy. Like, it's bad. It's really bad and shows how complicit he was. So go watch it because they're all little diddlers.
Oh, God.
Yep.
It's terrible. Allegedly.
Well, you have fun on your vacation.
Thanks, man. I totally might be able to dial in. My sound might not be very good, but I can sure try.
Okay, we could probably even do one tomorrow if you want to.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's always more to talk about.
Yeah, there is.
Or we could talk about some of our other spin-off ideas. See what people like.
Yeah. For our 3 listeners, I think we have like 5 dedicated. So shout out.
I love all 5 of them.
Yeah.
We know who you are. We see you.
Well, we see you.
We love you. We literally see you every day.
Yeah, we do. Okay.
We see them every day now.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Okay. Well, let's do some wishy shit tonight.
You've been listening to the Wow We Still Can pod. We love you very much. We will see you soon. Goodbye.